Murphy's love story unfolds like a memory, messy, nostalgic, painful, and beautiful. Murphy, an American film student living in Paris, wakes up one morning to the sound of his phone vibrating. It's a message from his ex-girlfriend Electra's mother. Electra has been missing for months. She asks Murphy if he knows anything about her daughter's whereabouts. The moment Murphy reads the message, his entire world freezes. Electra was the greatest love of his life. The kind of love that burns too brightly, too fast, and leaves ruins behind. Hearing her name brings back a flood of memories he spent years trying to forget. Murphy sits on his bed, staring at the walls of his apartment, trapped in a loveless relationship with Omi, the woman he accidentally got pregnant. Their home feels cold, lifeless, and suffocating. And as the rain hits the window, Murphy closes his eyes, and the film dives deep into his past. The story rewinds to the day Murphy first met Electra. He sees her in a crowded Paris gallery, free-spirited, bold, with eyes that look like they've lived 1,000 stories. She teases him, challenges him, pulls him into conversations about art, cinema, life, and fears. They feel an instant spark, the kind that feels dangerous but irresistible. Soon, they fall into a passionate, electric relationship. Days and nights are filled with adventure, wandering Paris, talking until sunrise, sharing dreams, fighting, laughing, and becoming addicted to each other's presence. Murphy and Electra are opposites in many ways. He's emotional, impulsive, dreaming of becoming a filmmaker. She's artistic, wild, sometimes chaotic but deeply sensitive. Their love is intense, too intense. They promise each other honesty, loyalty, and a future together. Murphy sees Electra as the woman he wants to marry, the woman who makes him feel alive in a world where everything else feels dull. But intensity also has a dark side. Their arguments are as extreme as their passion. Jealousy, insecurity, and fear of losing one another slowly begin to poison their relationship. Murphy becomes possessive. Electra becomes unpredictable. Their world, once magical, starts to crack. One night, their relationship reaches a turning point. They experiment, pushing boundaries, trying to keep their connection alive. But what begins as adventure slowly turns into confusion and emotional imbalance. Murphy makes reckless decisions, choices fueled by anger, ego, and intoxication. These choices become the first cracks in their fragile love. The biggest mistake comes during an argument. Murphy, frustrated and jealous, ends up with Omi, an impulsive decision he regrets immediately. When Electra finds out, her heart shatters. Murphy begs, cries, falls apart, trying to win her back. But Electra disappears from his life for days, leaving him drowning in guilt. When she finally returns, they try to rebuild their love, but something has changed permanently. Electra feels betrayed. Murphy feels ashamed. The trust that once held them together has faded. Their relationship becomes a cycle of apologies, affection, anger, and tears. Then the final blow hits. Omi becomes pregnant. Murphy feels trapped. Not because he doesn't want the child, but because he knows this decision will destroy whatever was left between him and Electra. When he tells Electra, the entire world collapses. She leaves him, crying, unable to forgive or forget. Murphy tries to chase her, but she disappears into the night, and from that moment on, they walk separate paths. Back in the present, Murphy sits silently in his apartment, haunted by the life he lost. He realizes that every choice he made was driven by fear, fear of being alone, fear of losing love, fear of himself. His memories of Electra are vivid and painful. Her laughter, her beauty, their dreams, the nights they spent wrapped in each other's arms, the promises they made and broke. He looks around his apartment, at Omi and their child, realizing this life feels like a responsibility, not a dream. He doesn't hate them, but he knows he never healed from losing Electra. The movie ends not with closure, but with truth. Murphy's greatest love story is not the life he lives now, but the memory of Electra, a memory that shaped him, broke him, and still follows him like a shadow. It's a story of passionate love, beautiful highs, painful mistakes, and the reality that some relationships, no matter how intense, are not meant to survive. But they still stay with us forever.